All right, so we've made a bunch of these press molds. I'm going to be working with this press mold, the simple clay press mold that I made of the back of my hand. This one is really fragile because it's thin. I'm not going to want to push clay into it while it's down on the board. I'm going to want to do it holding it up in the air. I've got a nice thick slab here. It's kind of variable, but it's right around 1/2 inch thick. A little thinner than 1/2 inch thick. I don't want to use any more of it than I need. So I'm going to kind of cut some excess away. Of course, remember, always put that back in your bag. Then I am going to set this slab in here and start pushing it into my press mold. Notice I'm holding this up in the air, right? I'm not pushing it down. And I want to hit every little area of this press mold. Now, the other thing I want to do, because these pieces are going to go on the wall, is I want to create a rim. All right, so see how I'm folding that up a little bit right there? Well, I can basically go around the whole mold, and right where the mold starts, right at that edge right there, I can kind of fold this up. And if we've got excess clay, right, we can get rid of some of that. But I'm basically trying to create this kind of like rim all the way around the back side of this simple press mold so that I could actually hang this on the wall basically in any orientation. I could hang it with the fingers pointing downward. I could hang it with the fingers pointing upward. So what that requires is that I'm kind of pushing it down in the mold, and I'm also kind of creating this edge. See how I'm doing that? Creating this edge so that I could hang it. And the edge needs to kind of come in, right? So I could hang it on a nail at any orientation once again. Now, if I peel it out of the mold, then I'm going to miss some information, all right? So I don't want to do that. If anything, if it's a little big, I could always carve away, or I'll just have a little bit of slab-looking finish. I don't need that much of an overhang, but some is good. So what you have to do is you need to pick a press mold, and then you're going to need to repeat it 3 times. We're going to make a wall piece where you repeat it at least 3 times. So you're going to need to use the mold at least 3 times. So if the mold's too thin or you break it, you're going to have to start over, right? You might have to make another mold. So having said that, you might want to have 2 molds made anyway. So creating this nice little rim around this thing, and then also making sure that it's pushed into the mold so I get all the information from the mold. Now, I don't want sharp little bits of clay. I want it to look pretty neat. But again, I want to be able to hang it in any orientation. I can't stress that enough, because you might want to have the hand turn on the wall, right? All right. So that seems pretty good. Sometimes you just can't get these pushed in far enough. All right, so there's that bit. Now you see you've got some slab material here. You could try and do a better job at not having as much of that. You could trim it away. But basically, you see I could hang it like this. I could hang it like this. I could hang this pretty much any way I want on the wall. And I'm going to require that everybody has at least 3 of the objects that they made out of their press mold to work with on the wall for the repetition and variety piece that we're going to do on the wall. All right.